Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. My name is Amar, and on this channel we review a variety of sneakers, and those sneakers are mostly of my favorite pairs, and those mostly being of Nike branding. So if you are new along here, please make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. Please make sure to hit that notification bell and stay up to date with any of my videos. So in today's video we'll be looking at another Nike Dunk Low. So if you're new along here, I tend to do a lot of dunks on this channel, so if you do feel my channel gives you that sort of content, please make sure to subscribe and please make sure to hit that notification bell and stay up to date with any of my content. And with all that out of the way, let's just start off this video in that traditional manner. So let's just go ahead and look at the box and packaging. You do have that traditional Nike box. It comes in that traditional colorway, and you have your Nike and Swoosh branding in that white text, which goes all throughout the actual box. And if I just go ahead and read off the box label, so reading off the box label reads Women's Nike Dunk Low ESS, and it's of a colorway of light iron or black white. Now it is in that sort of light iron or colorway. I don't know if I'm actually pronouncing that correctly, but that is the actual box. Right, so if you just peel back this lid, we can have a look at that packaging. We do have that traditional Nike packaging, so there's nothing out of the ordinary. You have the lot number at the side of the box, and then if we just go ahead and peel back this paper, we can then have a look at the kicks. So the moment that we've all been waiting for in hand, here is your first look on this channel, the Nike Dunk Low Light Iron Ore. Right, so guys, in this video I tried to cover certain aspects of the sneaker. We'll look at materials, we'll look at sizing, and we'll talk about availability. So if we go ahead and look at the materials, and we'll look at your mudguard and your lacing panels, which is this here around here, and your heel panel. Now all those panels are in that light ore colorway, and I will point out it's not your standard dunk material, it is actually patent leather. So that is a really cool detail there. It kind of reminds me of the reverse UNC that we've had a couple of months. That also is sort of patent leather, so your overlays, that's actually white, and that you've got that white and UNC colorway in that one. So it is very similar, and that also is a ESS. Now hit me up in the comments if you know what that stands for. I know you have sort of NN, which is next to nature. You've got SE, which is special edition, and you've got ESS, which I'm not really sure of. To be honest, I've not even really checked. So hit me up in the comments, make it a bit easy for me, let me know if you know what that stands for. But otherwise, going back to the materials, like I said, your mudguard, your lacing panels and your heel panel are in that sort of light, it's more of like a light grey colourway in my opinion, but it is that light ore colourway, and it is patent leather. And also your panels along your toe box and your side panel and your ankle collar, they are in that standard white leather material, which is actually synthetic leather and your standard dunk material, what we tend to get. If we just go ahead and look at your actual swoosh, you have a nice clean black swoosh, and it's in that same patent leather. Looks really clean. Overall, it's a really nice silhouette. That popular colour blocking in my opinion, so you've got that sort of light grey and white throughout the sneaker, and you have a beautiful black swoosh which just kind of finishes off really nicely. If we're looking at your midsole, you have a nice clean white rubber midsole, really decent, falls in really well with the russet panel. Your heel tab is of that same patent leather material in that light ore colourway. Looks really nice. And you also have your Nike branding in that red text, which actually a more thicker embroidered text, so the actual stitching is very thick, and it kind of lifts off a bit. Pretty decent detail there. You don't tend to see it like that, but that is something else. And then if I just switch it round and we look at your tongue itself, your tongue is in that standard nylon material. It is in sort of a ice blue colour, and your tongue tab is of a canvas material, and you also have your Nike and Air branding in that red text. And if we look at your outsole, you have a nice clean black rubber outsole, falls in really well. Just the colour blocking all works in my opinion, to be fair. And I did leave out the laces till last because they are a very, very interesting detail. Now these actual laces sort of remind me of the lottery packs that we had not long ago. They do kind of give off those sort of ribbon vibes. So they are very thin and they do have a slight sheen to them. And the actual colour is more of a grey colourway. I mean, just looking at your laces, they are very thin. Looks really nice. So guys, I think that's about it really. So if we just go ahead and talk about sizing. Now I do cover this in all my videos, so when it does come to your sizing and your Nike Dunks, just stick to your true to size. That goes also the same for your women's pair. I do, from my experience, find going true to size fit me perfect. Right, so guys, if we're talking about availability, now these did drop on the 3rd of November in the EU and the UK. I assume they sort of vary the Asia or US region, but they did come out on the 3rd of November at 8 AM. They did go out pretty slow, and then by the end of the day they were all gone. But with it being a general release dunk, other retailers tend to follow and they tend to stop. And just generally, I will say colour blocking is really nice and really down toned. You have that nice black swoosh which sort of finishes it off. Right, so I'm about to wrap this video up, so I will just give you a personal opinion on my thoughts of the actual silhouette. And I do believe it's a very, very nice wearable colourway. Some people might not like the patent leather sort of throughout the sneaker, but in my opinion, with it being sort of a lighter toned colour, it's not as shiny in my opinion if you were to compare it if it was in a black colourway, for example. And generally, just talking about resale, if you weren't able to cop this pair, there are other platforms where you can actually grab. For example, you have StockX or eBay. And I was just sort of browsing and having a look at sort of on the resale side of things, and they're not so far off retail. Actually retail for £99, 95 pence when they were released. So looking at eBay and looking at StockX figures, they're sort of selling around £130. Now I don't know if that's with fees, so do consider that. But in my opinion, if you are looking to buy this pair, you can probably pick these up sort of via eBay and StockX, and you're talking sort of between £120 to £140 in my opinion. Right guys, so I'm about to wrap this video up. I believe I've covered most of what I said I'd cover in this video, and if you stuck around, I appreciate your support and I appreciate you sticking around again. And with all that out of the way, I hope to catch you on the next video.